Welcome to MAB and Da Mabsta. Come on in.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Ooh.
Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke her throne and cut your hair. And from her lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. I've seen your flag on the Marble Arch, but love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Flynn. I'm from Tip City, Ohio. I auditioned because I'm sure everybody says it, but music is all I know. It's what I live to do, and I love to sing, so that's why I auditioned. Maybe my wife kind of nudged me a little bit too. My first thought when I got my golden ticket, honestly, all I could do was cover my face because I cried a little bit. I'm kind of a crybaby. I get it from my mom and my dad. Um, but it was honestly just pure joy, excitement. I tried out for American Idol 2 or 3 years ago and I didn't make it. And so to get this was all the more sweeter and all the more meaningful. So it was awesome. The person that inspires me to be an informer, I guess, would say the Lord. I'm a music pastor, and so that's my job every week is to go up there and to sing and to connect what I do on stage to the congregation. So first and foremost, obviously, is the Lord. Thing that makes me unique, I absolutely love the Lord. I love my wife more than anything. She is very, very pretty. Just, oof, I love her. But, I'm just a normal person who absolutely loves to sing more than anything in the world. And I think I have a different sound in my voice. I have something to offer. My favorite past Idol contestant would probably be Carrie Underwood. She's just absolutely incredible. Love her attitude and just her passion for what she does. And I promise you, if my wife dyed her hair blonde, she would look just like her. I'm the next American Idol because, I can honestly say one thing about me is I love to learn. And so if I hear something that I can do differently or do something that make myself better, I'm going to do everything I can to do it. And so if the judges tell me this is what's going to help, I'm going to do it. And I work harder than anybody I know. And so when I want something, I'm going to go after it.
County 911.
Oh my! Somebody broke into my home. Somebody broke into my home and shot my wife.
Are they still in there?
I don't know.
Okay, what's the address?
932 Cunningham Court, Pitt City, Ohio. Please hurry. Please hurry.
Okay. What are you seeing?
My wife she's got 2 shots to her head. There's blood everywhere. Oh my God. Sir, please.
Ma'am, I need you to take a deep breath, okay? Do you still see anybody in the house?
No, the door to the garage was wide open. Please hurry, please. Oh my God. My daughters are here. My daughters are here.
Where's she at?
She's in the bed.
Are you with her?
I am in the room. I'm looking at her. Yes, please.
Okay. Do you guys have the door locked?
We have the doors to the garage locked, but into the house, yes. Please. Oh my God. Please.
Where's that room at in the house? My partner's getting them dispatched, okay? But I need you to answer my questions so I can get you help as fast as I can, okay?
What question?
Where are you guys at in the house?
I'm in the bedroom with her right now.
Okay.
My daughters are in their room.
So you are not with the children?
I was with the children when it happened.
Okay, but you're not with them now?
No, they're in their room. They're not even awake. Oh my God. Sir, please.
They are heading that way, okay? I need you to take a deep breath for me. Are you hearing anything?
No, I've rubbed her leg and said her name. She's not answering.
Okay. Your daughter's not answering you?
I'm sorry. No. Hold on. I'm putting on her shirt. What'd you say?
Your daughter's not answering you?
No, they're across the room.
Okay.
In their room.
Okay. Are you hearing any kind of noise inside the house?
No, her face is, her face is white as good ghost. Please hurry.
Okay. Whose face?
My wife's face.
Your wife's face?
The one who was shot.
She was what?
Shot, I said.
Okay, where was she shot at?
In the head. I hope there's blood everywhere.
Okay, is she breathing?
I don't think so. Ashley, baby, please. Oh my God, she's not.
Okay, she's not responding to you?
No. Oh my God.
Okay, do you see anybody in the house now?
No, it's pitch black and the doors are locked. The door leading to the garage door was wide open when I ran in there.
Okay, do you see any kind of vehicles?
No. Wait, no. The door. There's a side door in our garage door that's open by the. Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, I need you to just take a deep breath for me, okay? They're getting to you as quick as they can. Is that door still open?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Is she breathing at all?
I don't think so. There's 2 shots to her
Okay.
head.
Okay. If you are comfortable, I want you to go and find a cloth, and I want you to put a cloth on that gunshot wound, okay?
Like a towel?
Yes, like a towel, but do not apply direct pressure to it. Just put it on that blood wound, okay?
Okay. Oh my God. Oh my, okay.
I need you to just take a deep breath for me, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Just get that cloth, and I want you to put it on that wound, but don't apply direct pressure to it, okay? They're coming to you as quick as they can, okay?
I just laid it on her head.
Okay. Where are the juveniles? Are they okay? Have you checked on them?
I haven't checked on them.
Okay. Can you go check on the juveniles for me?
The police is here. The police is here.
Okay. Can you go check on the juveniles for me?
Wait, the cops just pulled. They just left. They just left.
Okay. I need you to go check on the juveniles for me, okay?
They're still sleeping. They're still sleeping.
Okay. You still see them breathing? You don't see any wounds on them?
No. The cop just pulled away. Sir. The cop is here.
Okay. I want you to. Okay, open the door for him so he can get into her, okay?
Okay, he's running. He's coming to me. Sir, please, sir. What? I don't know. The door to the garage door was wide open. I'm her husband. Are you still here? No, I don't think so. You put the dog someplace? Yeah. Come here. Okay.
Hey, ma'am, do you still have me on the phone here?
It's wide open.
Okay.
And I went to, and then there's a door all the way to the right. That one's open. Behind it. Oh my God. Yeah. Bring it. My daughters are in the bedroom over there. They're still asleep. Sure. Have you checked them? The 911. Yes. No, every door. Oh my God. I'm texting you once about. She's on her, okay? I can't look at her. And it's gonna burn.
What is up, my beautiful people and my beautiful wife? What an intro, huh? Oh my God, this guy is crazy. It's insane.
So something's wrong with my micro. Something's wrong because I can't hear you.
You
I
can't
know
hear me.
everybody else can, but I can't hear you.
Best opening I've ever seen, Jacob.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, Jim, what's up? Pat Gaines, that was intense. Yeah, from the singing to the interview for American Idol, to the 911 call. Oh my God. I put that together and I was like, this is going to be awesome. You can't hear me? I can hear you. Say something.
I have no audio.
All right.
So I can just sit here and look pretty, or
I'll pick you out and then I'll send you another invite.
okay.
All right. Mrs. MAB is having technical difficulties. So I'm going to send her another invite to join us. Okay. Let me go help her. She's a little bit challenged. We can hear both of you. Yeah, I could hear her, but she said she couldn't hear me. So I'll be right back. I just want to make sure she gets it. How about now?
There we go.
Ah, we got it.
There we go. I wonder if the old
Link.
something must have happened, because I was like, oh, I can't hear anything. Can anybody else hear anything? So
Taterbug, you're right. Satan comes as a beam of light. He was the angel in heaven that had the most beautiful voice. The boy, guy had a beautiful voice.
Yeah, he did.
The song leader in heaven. That's what this guy was. That was really me singing in the background. I did sing some of it, if you could hear.
Mab tried to sing, and I'm like, Mab, come on, man.
Hey.
Hey.
Sing a little bit.
You can sing.
Hallelujah. I can sing, damn it.
You just can't hit those high notes anymore.
I can't do the hymens anymore.
The hymens?
I can't do the hymens anymore. What the hell? I said the high notes. What the hell are you talking about?
It sounded like you said hymens.
Stick to fixing tractors, he says.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes.
All right. This guy, Caleb Flynn, allegedly killed his wife. All right. Already heard that. Be quiet. All right, hold on.
What's going on in there?
I don't know why it does that. I told him to be quiet.
So when did this happen?
Breaking news.
When did this happen?
Recently.
Like, what, a week ago, a month ago? Oh, it's been a while. Okay.
I'm not sure exactly, but we're going to find out.
Okay.
You may be seated. All right. This is case 26 CRA 285, Caleb C. Flynn. Mr. Flynn, you have several charges here. Count one is a murder charge, is a count felony of the first degree. Count 2 is 2 and 3 are both felonious assault charges, second degree felonies. Count 4 is tampering with evidence, a third degree felony, and that's count 4. Count 5 is tampering with evidence, a third degree felony. Mr. Fuller.
What about child endangerment?
How many kids?
2.
Oh.
2 kids, like 10 to 12, something like that.
Oh my gosh. So
How about a child endangerment charges pile on there?
Walker. Mr. Flynn, we're going to set your case for a preliminary hearing for next week on February 26th at 1 p.m.
That's how new this case is, February 26th. That's when its next court date is.
You do have the right to have an attorney to represent you. If you cannot afford one, you can apply to the public defender's office and they'll determine if you're eligible for a court-appointed attorney. You understand all of that?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the court with regards to a bond in this case? So the court will establish a bond and you have the right to tell me, hey, I'm not a flight risk, I am a flight risk, or anything of that nature. Is there anything you would want to tell me about that?
Sir,
If you have CalFresh, Medi-Cal, or SSI.
I have premium. What the hell is this doing? Oh, it's got the wrong email on here.
He doesn't even have a lawyer yet? Dang.
I don't think so. Let me get this.
Yes, Taterbug. Yep, that's what is alleged.
I understand. Okay.
yes, sir.
Well, the court is going to order a $2 million blanket bond in this case, covering
Damn! $2 million!
all of your charges. Should you post bond in this case, the court will order that you be on pretrial services electronically monitored house arrest. Furthermore, the court will order that you will have no contact whatsoever, directly or indirectly through a third party, with
either daughter.
You are not permitted to speak to them in
or the dog.
any way, shape, or form. That includes electronic communications. You are not allowed to communicate through family members whatsoever. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Damn. What is that? 200,000? You could put up his house for that. Popped his wife in the head twice with a gun while she was sleeping, allegedly.
So you have to put up 10% for a bond.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to jail or arrested, so I don't necessarily know how bonds work.
MAB got away. I got away with every single crime I ever did.
You may not want to talk about that.
Oh, sorry.
Alleged.
Allegedly.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Let me give my warnings. This is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions of the chatters, callers, speakers, wives, husbands.
And dogs.
And dogs. All alleged and speculation. Nothing is to be taken as fact.
Sir.
If his wife is shot and killed in their home, not only does he get rid of a potential problem that he hasn't figured out how to get rid of otherwise through legitimate means, which in effect means he doesn't have to split the assets. He doesn't.
All he had to do was get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Just divorce the lady. If you want to bang the chick at the church, in the choir, or whatever, just get a divorce.
Well, he's the pastor, so that's not really.
No, he was the pastor. I think it was the worship leader or something like that.
But still, I mean, he clearly values his image at his church, and so, like you said, he's the victim. You know, if he would have gotten away with it or whatever, you know, he's the victim. And
yeah, his fantasy is to be the victim and to have all this, you know, attention shattered, put upon him, and everybody says, I'm so sorry, you lost your wife in this way. Oh my God, you're so poor guy. In the meantime, he's shagging the church lady, right?
Doesn't have to worry about custody. He doesn't have to worry about a lot of things. So he's problem solving in the fantasy. But another side people don't think about is that he also becomes this victim of the crime. So he
Haterbug. Jim, I've said you should have to pay $50,000 to get married and only $20 to get a divorce.
People do pay $50,000 to get married.
I know. Ours was pretty reasonable.
Gets the community rallying around him. He gets the community saying how horrible they feel for him losing his wife in such a tragic way. And so as they're consumed with the fantasy, they forget the component parts that become so critical. Can all of the other evidence outside of your testimony of what happened, does all the other evidence back it up? And that's where these cases really start to fall apart. Well, hey, folks, let's walk through 3 important considerations in the Ashley Flynn murder case in Ohio, where her husband is now accused of pulling the trigger 2 times. Now, why did this targeted attack focus on the inner circle first? This low-risk, highly respected woman is the reason. And I want to talk about how geography and mapping help collapse the random burglary scenario and why communities often struggle accepting that great guy next door or that fellow parishioner in our church might just be a predator.
Let me tell you something. Some of the most broken and desperate people on the planet you will find in churches. Okay? That's where you'll find them, in churches, because they're at the lowest of their lows. And they're trying to, God is the last resort, right? So don't think all these parishioners are all goody two-shoes. We're looking at you, Dave. Profiling evil.
We recently got a...
Why am I getting fucking... I'm signed in with the wrong account on YouTube, and it's giving me commercials now.
Well, hey, everybody, welcome to Profiling Evil. Now, before we get started, please do a little work. Take a second, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to ring the bell and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of our episodes when they drop. Now, today we're talking about the murder in Ohio, Tip City. 37-year-old Ashley Flynn, a mother of 2, a substitute teacher, and a middle school volleyball coach, was found shot inside of her home in the early morning hours of February 16th, 2026. A 911 call initiated a police response. It came in as a burglary in progress. Now, the early public messaging described it as a burglary gone wrong, with conflicting early reports about whether there were signs of forced entry or not. But investigators quickly honed in and turned this into a homicide scene that was looking internally.
What a dumbass, right? Church is for everybody, the broken and those who are on the mend. Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Hey, Sweet Leaf. Good to see you.
Some of the most...
Laura and Dave H. And who else is here? 3 Dot Dave. We knew you were
3 Dot.
3 Dot. Jim
Leaf,
Survival.
Haterbug, Dave, 3 Dot, Haterbug, Laura,
1 Feather.
1 Feather was like the first guy in.
I didn't.
Angel.
Let's see. First person in was MAB Investigates, and then 1 Feather.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaco. Sorry.
Jaco.
Jody Ann,
Jacob said it was an awesome
Indy Moon,
way we did
Justice
it.
Jane, sorry, Pat Gaines, hi Pat, Crab Rangoon. Sorry if I missed you guys.
They locked the area down. They brought in additional resources, and they canvassed for surveillance and neighborhood doorbell camera footage while the community started rallying around that husband and children. Well, as of today, police and prosecutors have charged her husband, Caleb Carl Flynn, a former American Idol contestant. They've charged him with murder and the additional offenses that include felonious assault and tampering with evidence. Now, the court filings indicate that the investigators believe that the scene was staged in a way that could have misdirected the responders. And the report.
Oh, tampering with evidence. Michelle, my niece, my internet niece. Prayers for good surgery and speedy recovery. Oh, what's going on, Laura? Laura, what's going on? You going to have a surgery?
Michelle Davis.
Get my hubby pre-op for back surgery. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yikes.
Yeah. Take good care of him.
That's major.
Miss MAB did a good job when I got surgery, and I did a shitty job when she got surgery.
Reporting that's tied to the investigative affidavits have described Ashley as being found in the master bedroom with shell casings nearby, 2 of them, along with details in and around the garage and the vehicle where a handgun was reportedly kept. Now, authorities haven't publicly laid out.
Did he shoot this woman with his own gun? Hey, Michelle Davis, good to see you, sweetheart.
I wonder if it was kind of spontaneous. Like, we don't know that much yet, but I mean...
Premeditated.
Premeditated, but not like, he clearly didn't think it through that well. If they figured out it was him in like 5 seconds.
Well, he's pretty much of a dumbass because he at least should have like went on a fake trip and then like came back in a mask, like the Nancy Grace, the Nancy Guthrie guy with the mask and the gloves, and he should have came in there and popped her and then left in a rented car or some used car that he bought for $200, and then came back from his trip and found her dead. That's how I would have done it. I would have gotten away.
Noted.
I'm smart enough to get away with that. So just watch the P's and Q's, Miss MAB.
All right.
Not a clear motive.
What?
Should I be worried? Are you really going to visit your mom, or?
No. We'll see.
And no verified, detailed information about the
Chief. What's up?
Private state of the marriage has been released in official filings to date. So the focus has to remain on the physical evidence, the staging indicators, and whatever digital or forensic collaboration and corroboration investigators believe support their charges.
Profiling evil, guys. Go sub this dude up. It's good.
So is he like ex-law enforcement or something?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Why do I have
boobies? Extra support boobies.
Whoa. This is a porn channel.
We argue about motive. Let's just talk about probabilities for a second, because Ashley Flynn, at least publicly, presents herself as a low-risk individual. She's a stay-at-home mom, church involvement, community involvement. She coaches a middle school volleyball team. She has a tight-knit circle of friends. And when somebody like that is murdered, investigators don't start with the dramatic outside theory boogeyman story. They start where they most statistically should look. And that, sadly to say, is inward. And here's the part that people wrestle with now that her husband has been charged with murder. They say that they looked happy, that nobody saw it coming. And all that might be true, but it doesn't change where investigators start. When a person is killed in a way that feels personal and close, and they live a low-risk lifestyle, the question becomes simple. Who had access? Who had familiarity? Who had a reason to want her gone?
Yeah, who had a reason to want her gone? She looks like a good woman, you know what I'm saying?
She's nice girl, pretty girl, takes care of her kids, coaches.
65 in July and plan to retire still, but at 6 months, been knee and back surgery.
Knee and back injections.
Physical therapy would not help.
I'm sorry.
It'll
Back
be all right.
is brutal, man. Mab had neck surgery. It's been like 15 years.
I've had a few neck things. It's screwed up now, but I got such a high tolerance for pain now. I can be in excruciating pain and just be like, whatever. My face hurts like hell right now, but there's nothing I can do about it. So you just have to suck it up. Right?
Right.
Suck it up.
And who's going to benefit
money, yeah,
if she is in fact no longer here? And that's why the inner circle gets attention first, even when the community doesn't want to believe it. Now, I met with Chris Hansen from Law and Crime Network to talk about this case, and I wanted to pull out a couple of small segments, but encourage you to go over and watch the full thing.
He doesn't do a very good job with the audio here.
Well, Chris, it's so interesting because you and I talked about this offline when we talked a few days ago about the probability that it's that inner circle. And we kind of touched on it when we spoke in the last episode. And I hope people would go back and listen to that one because we really explored this idea that statistically, when there is someone who lives a low-risk lifestyle, and Ashley Flynn certainly seemed to fit that bill. She left her teaching job. She went home to be a stay-at-home mom, but worked a little part-time at the local school where she coached. But again, all of that is representative of someone living a low-risk lifestyle. She had a close circle of friends. She was active in her church. And all of that, again, low risk, low risk, low risk. And statistically, what we've learned after looking at thousands of violent crimes, especially in intimate homicide crimes like this one appeared, that when someone who...
You had a penis reduction? I need one.
What?
Mrs MAB just can't take it. That's what he said in the comments.
Who said that?
Penilectomy.
As low risk dies, the first thing you have to consider is whether they were a target of whatever that event was, that homicide. And she was shot, which is very, very personal and up close.
Thanks, Laura.
And statistically, when someone who's low risk is killed, and if they
don't let this guy say anything, dude,
are targeted, then it's usually by someone who is known to them or knows who they are. So it could be as far reaching as a predator who's peeking through the window and creating this fantasy in their mind that they have a relationship. But you have to look inward. And we talked about how you start in the center and you start building outward. And yet, nonetheless, it still is so troubling, especially when you think of domestic violence homicide, which is now being charged, of how that could happen. Now, someone could go from having seemingly reportable, wonderful marriage to the point of murder.
Makiki, one of Olukai's newest sneakers.
Once a narrative starts making sense, especially the intruder story, geography always became a truth test for me. The streets, the access points, how you enter into the area, how you exit, where you possibly would put that up, because I actually love to talk about the geography. I'm going to pull up something on the screen here for us to share and talk about as I go through this. But what I think is so important in these kinds of cases is that we do examine the geography to kind of see if the stories actually fit. So I'm going to live with that. But the thing that gets so important.
Oh, let's back out a little bit there, fella. This is the neighborhood right here. There's only one way in, two ways in, two ways out. There's this street here and that street there. So this guy was an idiot because they lived in this house right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go either that way or that way. And there are all these people who got ring cameras, right?
Yeah, lots of houses.
Yeah, so how's he going to get away with that? He didn't think about that. He wasn't thinking, obviously.
Well,
Sex is not worth killing, yeah.
You can go to that big field behind, like somebody
Yeah.
could from that field, whatever that is.
Good point. He comes up with that.
Specific location, a secondary route, okay, we can live with that. But the thing that gets so important and interesting is when we think about this being staged, the suspect had to go somewhere after him. We know that police were serving these searches that they were doing with dogs and drones. And so we have this big field.
Big field. Miss Mab caught right onto that one.
Yeah.
In our last episode, we talked about being so important. But as you kind of pan back to give people around the world who are watching an idea where this happened, this is what's important. I just tried to simulate what a ring camera view.
This is not a good simulation. Your ring camera does not extend into the street. Your ring camera stops right there before the sidewalk. You don't want to catch every single car on your ring camera. You only want to catch the guy coming up your door or coming into your driveway. So our ring cameras, I have one on my hill, so if there's like coyotes or deer or predator prowlers, I catch them on my hill and get a notification. Someone comes up my walkway or into my driveway. I get noticed, but I got cars coming down the street all the time. I don't get any of those. So pulling out having these all out into the street is not what is reality.
View shed would look like, or a doorbell camera view shed would look like in that neighborhood. And so as police were investigating this case, they had to immediately start with ideas like, is it possible that someone could have come into this neighborhood undetected? And when you think about the massive number of people who have doorbell cameras, for instance, then we start seeing things that say, well, that doesn't make sense because nobody's out walking along the street. Then you talk about the actual staging, which I think we'll get into. And that's where law enforcement really starts to say, wait a minute, the story's not adding up. Again, please go over to my interview with Law and Crimes, Chris Stewart, as we talk about the behavior. Yeah, I think you have to look at the case in totality, and maybe the chief made those comments early on that it's a burglary gone wrong because that was an easy way for them to continue to work the investigation. And I have to hope that that's part of what he's doing, because he also makes a comment that I thought was really important. He says, we don't believe this is a threat to the community. We believe this was contained, which is telling you that they've got a focus that's taking them somewhere else, but they don't want to alert anyone either because they may want to be doing some other forensic examination or tracking someone, seeing what they're doing. But as you look at it in totality and you take those things like the map we looked at.
Sounds like Sheriff Nanos.
The egress and access, the cameras, the lack of evidence to support the idea that it's just an intruder coming in. And then you start looking at the inside of that house and the garage, that door, and we could see them later in.
We should go to Law and Crime and watch that, because you're not letting this guy convert in edges.
Laura, this was in Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio.
Some imagery on some news reels that I saw of law enforcement cutting that door jamb out. So I assume it's going to be evidence where they're going to show how that door was broken into. Was it pried? Was it kicked in? But the thing that becomes so interesting, and the thing that we're learning, is that inside that garage, there was a freezer backed up against that door. So not only would that door have to have been kicked in, but then that door would have had to be pushed open, enough to push that freezer out of the way to gain access. And then miraculously, he left his weapon in the vehicle. And that weapon is the same weapon that's used to kill this individual. So not only does this predator come in, but they happen to rumble through the vehicle. They happen to find the weapon. They happen to use that weapon, sneak upstairs into the bedroom, and shoot Ashley twice in the head. That's very focused. That is very personal.
So now that's his story, is that somebody broke into the garage, went through the car, stole the gun, pushed the freezer out of the way, came in and killed her and didn't do a damn thing to him. I'd have killed him first and then took the woman.
Or the kids. So
Or all
he's
of
claiming he was home when this happened?
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with a burglary.
See her? She didn't think blue mascara was for her either. Prime Lash in Blue is for women who want more than...
Yeah, and it's one of those, like, when you see a case like this, and this is not, I would say, common, you see examples of it, and you have a suspect in the interrogation room, and somebody doesn't have a criminal history, so he's probably never been in this situation before, and he's explaining his story. How do you take what you're picking up from the scene and then get them almost cornered in a situation where you're able to peel back the onion of the story and actually get to the truth?
Yeah. I mean, you start with the interview process and you start asking questions, and you allow the individual to provide an interview response, maybe admission.
I have to crank him down and crank the other guy up because the audio is so wrong. Yeah, demon possessed and want to kill anybody, and sort of intelligence files out the window. Yeah,
not confessions, because we know there were no confessions
Stupid
early on. Whether they have those now or not, we don't know for sure. But you allow those admissions to start coming through, and then you start allowing that conversation to also be challenged and impeached by things like that you might find by searching the deep and dark web on activity that they might have, what they're doing in social media, where their phone is placing them, are their relationships being built out? And there are so many things we don't know about this case, but there's a motivator for this thing, whether it's to just get away and have all the property, or there's some secret relationship on the side that we don't know about. And
yeah, I think so.
All of that, I'm sure, will come out, but this is where the real information starts to come together and either corroborate or exclude, and then be used as a way to impeach their testimony.
When you look at cases like this, and there have been some very high profile cases of husbands, or wives, but significant others doing something like this, and you just sit here and you get this question of, like, how did you get to this point? How does somebody...
Audio problem.
Some very high profile cases of husbands, or wives, but significant others doing something like this, and you just sit here and it's just this question of, like, how does it get to this point? How does somebody who, in this case too, I always try to not rush to judgment on these because we don't know, but, like, you looked at the comments and the amount of people saying that the husband did it, and because we have seen this profile of case before, but then, this community was like, there is just no way. Like, how common have you seen these, that someone can be, accused of something so awful, but then at the same time, publicly facing, you would never guess that they would have had the gene in their body to do something like this.
Yeah, you're hitting it right on the head of the nail, because in profiling, what you do is you look at three personas that we all have. One is that public persona.
Got the public persona, you got the personal persona, and you got the what do you call it? Alter ego personalities.
Leading the church choir, being the great guy.
Guilty of crime. Devil possessed him. That's right. How you doing, girl?
Guy in the neighborhood who's waving at everybody. The guy who brings chicken soup to the neighbor when they're sick. This is this public persona. It's the same thing as the persona you and I put on when we're doing your show. We're trying to put our best foot forward to say, here's where we are. This is the way I like to be projected. But then we all have a private side too. And it's the place that maybe just our closest associates, our best friend or our spouse get to see when they get to see the warts that we have. And it's the
warts.
The warts and all.
Mountain Dog Mom, what's
Dog
up?
Mom.
Micah Miller, pastor. Yeah.
I thought about that too. Yep.
Micah Miller pastor was way worse than this guy.
A place where they might see us react negatively or in a way that's kind of ugly. And we all have that. And then you have the secret side. And as my mentor used to say, the Tasmanian devil who lives down in the deepest remote parts of our mind, that's saying, this is what I'm going to do. And by golly, I'm going to get away with it. Well, there you go, folks. That's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you'll take a moment, put your comments.
That's all we need from you, mister. Oh, what do you think, Mrs. MAB?
Well, I didn't hear about this case until I got home today. So I don't know. I just think it's
terrible.
Well, yeah, that, but just like, what possesses somebody to think that killing their partner is the only way out? Like, what went wrong and what short-circuited in their brain that this was a good idea? So.
Well, he got married. He said, here's what set me off. If I could have pulled that back up, but in that, when he was interviewing for the whatchamajigger, maybe I can go to and look my history.
We'll just say it.
You know, when he was doing his interview for whatever that show, American Idol, he said, and she's very good looking. Like the looks were what made the relationship.
About his wife?
Yes, and he said if she had blonde hair, she'd be Carrie Underwood.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that tells you how his brain works. He's only interested in good looks, and maybe his wife, after having 2 kids, wasn't as hot as she used to be. I don't know. She looked pretty good to me, but what do I know? It's crazy. Best Friday night at work, going to be one live to the next with my favorite influencers. Cool, Mo. Pretty is only skin deep. Yep. That's right. Can't walk with your eyes with you running with the wicked. An old pastor friend of mine said, you can't fly with the eagles during the day or if you're hooting with the owls at night.
Did Russ say that?
No, it was a pastor, a friend of mine was this Bart.
Oh, okay.
Was a friend of mine in high school, and his dad said that to him and I. He was like a church-going guy. So we got some other video to look at it if you want. Your old boss used to say that.
Bogey, hi.
And he would say, if you're going to hoot with the owls, you're going to have to soar with the eagle at work at 9 a.m. That's right. Can't be hooting with them owls if you want to be fly like an eagle. Fly like an eagle, let your spirit set you free. Let's hear you sing it.
What?
Fly like an eagle. That's
Steve Miller, yeah.
Steve Miller band.
Yeah.
Mrs. MAB's trip. Bogey Green Street, what's up? Someone said you sound like an owl, ma'am. I used to be able to do that.
I can't do it anymore.
I used to be able to do the dove thing. You're dirt old.
You said since you've had your surgery, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, well, I think I could probably do it if I practiced. The dove, I can see the dove.
That song came out in 9th grade, Laura.
In your ninth
I
grade?
know, Jim. I have really dry eyes, and they burn most of the time. And especially if we have a fire going in the house, just even a little bit of smoke in the house makes my eyes just feels like sandpaper.
Did you put your drops in?
I have prescription drops that I use twice a day, so I haven't done them tonight. But even if I put lubricating drops in, they just last like a few minutes and then they feel dry again.
Really?
Yeah, kind of sucks. When we have fires, my eyes get dry really easy.
Or if I smack you upside the head and you start crying, will that help?
Yeah. With that, let me go dip some.
I just ordered some aloe vera eye drops from Amazon. 65 is not older than dirt. No, it's not. My dad's 87. My mom's 87. My stepdad's 89, and my stepmom is 86. And they're all still running around doing shit, right? I'm on Social Security and I still got all my parents. She might shoot me. Yeah, she's trained. She carries, so. You're only 60, Tater, but you're a youngster. You have dry eyes too? Oh, that's why you wear them shades. I got my shades, but people were giving me shit about wearing them. People were giving me shit about wearing my shades.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe I should wear mine. I won't look so bad.
You look fine.
Yeah, but
Her eyes do that too. I think you're so beautiful. I'm 55 and showing my age. Check engine light coming on, Michelle.
Annie Jean, hi.
Well, you're about the same age as Mrs. MAB, ain't you?
Who?
Mrs. MAB's only like 35.
No.
Terminmab.
Older and wiser. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all old according to my viewer analytics. We're all like 35 to 75.
That's a big range.
Oh, whoops. Wrong button. I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
We got one more thing up here. I think Ashley. Plunder.
Let's watch it. Oh, Plunder.
You love her so much.
Just a few snippets, but before that, I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. And
she's not bad, this woman.
She's not bad. Okay, like 2 years ago, I made a comment that I didn't like. To me, her voice is kind of monotone.
Yeah.
And it's not engaging. She has great information and she does her research and she's fabulous YouTuber, but just to me, her voice is kind of monotone. That's all. And ever since I said that, MAB gives me crap about it.
all my years of researching true crime,
Years of researching true crime. Sounds like she has inflection to me.
researching this case out of Ohio, Tip City, Ohio, Ashley Flynn. Now, not only did her profile photo change 3 days ago on
Goes about Plunder, that's where we got this.
Valentine's Day, as it were, right before her murder, unfortunately, it just changed. Her Instagram profile photo just changed, and it went private while I'm researching it today, Wednesday, February 18th. Very, very sad case. We're going to go over some weirdness, but I don't think I've ever had this happen. First, let me give you a snippet of what's going on here. Now, according to this crime radar dispatch audio, it must have the wrong time on it. It's saying February 15th, 2026 at 11:31 p.m.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to. This is base 44.
All right. Do we have audio? What's going on?
No, no
Tip
audio.
303, 311, copy on a burglary.
No.
Gonna be at 92 Cunningham Court. Someone broke into the RP's house. Unknown if they're still there. Garage door is open.
Someone broke into the reporting party's house.
Yep.
RP and juvenile daughter are locked in a bedroom.
But according to police, this happened at 2:31 a.m. It must be 3 hours behind. I mean, we should both be in Eastern time zone, so I don't know what's going on here. But it's this burglary.
303, 311, copy on a burglary.
It's saying tip 303, 311, copy on a burglary. He's going to say, go ahead.
No.
Gonna be at 92 Cunningham Court.
Now, they redacted, of course, the address, but it's at Cunningham Court. It's a cul-de-sac. That's another thing that's playing into this strange crime and what's going on.
Someone broke into the RP's house.
Someone broke into the reporting party's house. We can only assume the reporting party is Caleb Flynn. He's husband to Ashley Flynn. Unfortunately, she's the homicide victim, only 37 years old. But we don't know a lot because we don't have Caleb, if he's the one who made the 911 call. We don't have his audio. Police won't give up much at this point. So
I'm figuring if he was doing the, yes, I've got over 2,000 hours of watch time, so I'm creeping up on 3,000 hours. So it should be monetized soon. We're going to keep going no matter what. I just lost my train of thought, man.
we have to hunt down police dispatch.
Oh. If it was, if they have a 10 and 12-year-old, that means this is 10 years ago to 12, 13 years ago. Wait, 13 years ago, he was on the most, what's the show?
American Idol.
American Idol. So
I don't think it was that long ago.
2013.
Was that when he was on American Idol?
I don't know. I'd have to call up my.
Wow, that is 13 years ago. That's wild. I just wanted to shout out to Annie Jean and Hindsight's, Mo. Who else have I missed on here? Joyce. I'm just shortening everybody's names because it's easier for me. TLC.
TLC is me.
Yep.
I memorized all these guys. I see them everywhere.
TLC is me says yes, 2013. I'm sorry, I was going to say something and I forgot because I am much older than 35. So sorry. Let's go.
If they're still there, garage door.
Unknown if they're still there. He's going to say garage door is open. Don't worry, we'll listen to this again.
Is open. RP and juvenile daughter are locked in a bedroom.
RP and juvenile daughter are locked in a bedroom. They're saying the garage door is open.
So wait, I thought he had 2 kids.
This is out of Tip City, Ohio. I guess it's kind of outside of Columbus, I want to say. It's strange. So I've been researching and researching. Reportedly, this happened. Someone broke into this couple's home, this family's home, this lovely family's home. They're seemingly a nice, good Christian family. I have to say from the onset, this case does look weird, but by me making this video, I'm not calling anyone a suspect. I've got to make that clear. I'm not into ruining lives or pointing fingers. We don't know what happened.
Sure you don't, Plunder. Sure you don't. Her profile updated 3 days ago. So right beforehand. And her Instagram just went private on 2/18. So Caleb probably privated her.
Yeah.
He was probably spying on all her stuff. Control freaks like that.
And until police give us more, all we have to do is go by what we can find out. So that's why I was researching Ashley Flynn's Facebook profile and her Instagram, and I've never seen this happen. Of course, I've seen, if there's mass shooters or something and they have a manifesto, of course I see their stuff disappear. But I don't often see the victim of a violent crime, their profile photo change while I'm in the middle of grabbing photos. I'm like, who's messing with Ashley's Instagram? Why did it just go private? Okay, let me explain what I'm talking about here.
She's going to explain what she's talking about here.
Is she?
Yes.
All right, let's let her explain.
Ashley Flynn, this mom, wife, she has 2 daughters with her husband. We'll go through what I found out about when they got married. We'll do a nice little timeline. I just have to get this out first. Okay, if you click on her Facebook profile, you can see that she changed it. She updated it Saturday, Valentine's Day. You can think back to what you were just doing on Saturday. It says 8:44 p.m. Eastern Time, 37-year-old Ashley Flynn. She changed this photo. I don't know what it was before. Some people say it was a photo of her kids or something. She changed it, if it was truly her that changed it, to a photo of Ashley kissing her husband, Caleb Flynn. Alrighty, nothing so strange about that. Unfortunately, less than 2 days later, less than 48 hours later, it would be in the early morning hours, technically, of Monday, February 16th.
So February 16th.
That was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not very long ago. A lot of stuff to have out here on such a new case, right?
Yeah.
She would die mysteriously. We'll go through the dispatch exact times and everything we can hear to try and put the pieces together.
Going to be in Cunningham Court. Someone broke into the RP's house, unknown if they're still there. Garage door is open. RP and juvenile daughter are locked in a bedroom. Just a correction, the juveniles are going to be in their own rooms asleep currently. There was apparently a female shot in the head. Is not responding currently.
Dispatch to Tip City Medic 31.
Good. Dispatch.
Yeah,
How did he know when he was on the 911 call, she's shot in the head twice? Shouldn't be able to tell, really.
Did he say that?
Said that. She's been shot twice in the head. That's what gave him away, probably. Because twice in the head could be like twice in the same hole. How are you going to tell how many times it was? Why would they just shoot her and not him? They're in the same bed, right?
Right.
Makes no sense whatsoever. And how did he, in his wildest imagination, think he was going to get away with this?
Arriving on scene, they're requesting that you stage at the Upper Room Church.
You're clear. We'll be staging at the church.
They're staging at the church? Is this the church that the guy goes to, I wonder?
So now he has left his children orphans, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No husband. I mean, no father, no mom.
no dad, no mom. I mean, wow.
What a selfish son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's what I was just so selfish. I mean, even if he did get away with it, the trauma that he just put his girls through is terrible.
And
you don't do that to your kids.
Some of these people are so self-absorbed that they just cannot think about anything other than themselves. It's all about them. I want to have the hottest chick. I want to have the sex when I want it, how much, I want whatever. I mean, it's like, no, you're not entitled to anything. All you're entitled to is taxes and death.
And this girl that he was apparently having an affair with, I mean, did he think that she was going to not be suspicious?
No, we need to figure that part out.
Oh,
I don't know where I got that.
got what?
He had a girlfriend
That's the sound.
in the.
Isn't she? I thought somebody mentioned that she's pregnant.
Yes, that's what I remember. Yeah.
Facebook photo to that photo of her kissing her husband. Maybe she did it. Maybe she was feeling romantic. I love my husband. We're going to go over a lot of her tweets talking about loving her husband. Okay, that I don't necessarily find so strange. What I find strange is now, today, Wednesday, February 18th, I found her Twitter page. It was obviously really old. You know, she's talking about, you know, having baby fever and then having her baby. Her last Twitter post might have been from 2014 or whatever. But, you know, she references her Instagram on Twitter. So that's how I found her Instagram profile. And I can show you, I'll put it on the screen. Thank God I got screenshots. You know, I'm sure I probably followed her on Instagram. Maybe not. I'm not sure initially. I don't know the order of this. But I got all these screenshots of, you know, she's bragging about her husband, how much she loves him, how much she loves being married. You know, she sounds like the shades of a newlywed. They had only been married a couple of years at that point. I could see the photo, the profile photo on that. When I blow this up, it might be hard to see, but you can tell from her profile photo, it's just her and her husband. She's like wearing a white tank top, kind of leaning on him. Thank God I got screenshots of that, so I know I'm not crazy. So that's what her Instagram previously looked like. Yes, that's how her Instagram previously looked. I can tell it was from Instagram. Well, all of a sudden, I'm going through her Instagram and I go back and I see all of a sudden this Instagram is private. This account is private. So it happened while I was gathering photos. And that's not so strange, I guess. I mean, that's a little strange, I must admit, when there's a murder victim. And maybe people don't know this, but it's best to, if the investigation is still going on, like Tip City Police told me today, you know, we can't give you anything. This investigation is still going on. We can't give you anything, basically. It's best not for people, their loved ones, or whomever.
Let me see that too.
When there's a murder victim, and maybe people don't know this, but it's best to, if the investigation is still going on, like Tip City Police told me today.
Good morning. As of right now, this is an ongoing investigation and nothing has been released at this time. Thank you, Susan Kozbansky, Tip City Police Department. To me, it says, Flynner's not giving away her name.
Hey, you know, we can't give you anything. This investigation is still going on. We can't give you anything, basically. It's best not for people, their loved ones, or whomever to start monkeying around and changing her Instagram profile photo. I can understand them making it private for sure, because they know, okay, all the reporters are going to be in there looking at her Instagram, putting up all these pictures. But
there's some Bible verses underlined.
The thing that's strange to me is her Instagram photo, her profile photo, was just an old photo of her and her husband, Caleb. It wasn't like it was a photo of their children. So I'm still sitting here wondering who is in Ashley's Instagram account changing her profile photo to the same photo that she changed it to on Valentine's Day. I mean, did Ashley tell someone, or did someone say, oh, Ashley really loved this photo of her and Caleb. Let me change it from this old photo she had on Instagram to...
Of course he changed it before he got arrested.
But why?
Yes. Taterbug must be like a genius. Hey, Carrie Joe. Good to see you.
The newer one. It's just
kind
of a strange...
There's somebody else in here I wanted to say hi to. Linda K. God, I can't see without my glasses.
Linda.
Hello.
Hello,
And
Linda. Yes. Hey, Linda.
Mountain Dog Mom. I might have said hello to you.
Mountain Dog Mama. Mo.
And Joyce Bashaw, 5080.
Shaw.
You probably figured out by now who we're talking about, but Caleb, what's his last name?
Caleb Flynn.
Yeah, Caleb Flynn, who allegedly killed his wife, Ashley, a couple days ago and is currently arrested.
Yeah.
Of course, that doesn't mean I'm saying anyone in her family or loved ones or friends or anyone is guilty of this crime. I just find it strange. I just find it really odd. Along with the police audio, a lot of people are finding.
So Caleb Flynn has 0 posts, 1,573 followers, 475 following, followed by Ashley Flynn, but 0 posts. What did he just start his? Bizarre.
Huh.
A lot of oddities with this case. So let me break it down. Saturday, Valentine's Day, I don't know what she did, if she celebrated it, whatever. Ashley, I'm assuming it was her, changed her, profile photo to one of her lovingly kissing her husband, Caleb Flynn. And then unfortunately, less than 2 days later, she would be dead, mysteriously with 2 gunshot wounds. I don't know if both of the wounds are in the head. I've heard it's from the head. I haven't gotten any incident reports or anything. But she was well loved in this Tip City, Ohio, like a little cul-de-sac. Ashley's neighbors could see her walking around. She was a substitute teacher, a volleyball coach in Tip City. Apparently, I think she worked for LifeWise. I'm not too familiar with the LifeWise thing. I know it's all related to Christianity somehow. But Ashley and Caleb had 2 elementary age daughters. So indeed, when we look at her Twitter posts from like 2014, we will see when she's talking about, when am I going to have this baby? I think it was their first child, their first daughter. So I'm assuming their daughter is turning maybe 12 this year, and I feel, so sad for them. Now, according to this Dayton Daily News, the FBI is assisting other agencies with trying to figure out what happened Monday morning. There was this shooting. People are devastated. They're saying, okay, when's the last time a killing like this happened in Tip City? Was it really some stranger? We've heard conflicting reports. Either there was forced entry or there wasn't. You research it and you think you have it down, and then you're like, who knows? That's why we put in public records requests, and at least I found some of their marriage information. I can probably put that on Patreon. All this public records you could.
Patreon, so you have to pay for it. Once these creators get over 100,000, then they start going to Patreon, join, $5 a month, 200,000 people, 500. You know what I'm saying? She got 220,000.
I mean, I'd do that. Why not?
Well, we're going to have 100,000 pretty soon.
That'd be
We
nice.
already got 1,600.
Okay, we're almost there.
We are almost there.
Find them yourself, or
because these people watching us they're all subbed up and ready to join as soon as we're monetized.
Put the links below. But Ashley, 37, she was found dead in her home off of this Cunningham court. Police were called around 2:30, it says, for a reported burglary. First time it's a burglary. And for those...
Burglary.
Oh, wait, honey. Taterbug. Taterbug has the tea, man.
I know.
She says there was a rumor going around that Ashley, was suspicious of the affair and had told her friends the night of her killing that she was done and couldn't take it anymore.
Where'd you hear that? Bill the tea, Taterbug.
Nancy Grace will have a field day with this, says Mountain Dog Mom. Yeah.
She was suspicious of the affair and had told her friends the night of her killing she was done and couldn't take it anymore. Maybe she told him that too and he just shot her.
Those who aren't aware, some people hear that word and they automatically think, oh, someone broke in to steal the TV, or someone broke in to steal some cash or jewelry. It just, basically, it's the act of entering a home. That's where you can catch a burglary charge.
Tip 303-311, copy on a burglary. Going to be at 9-2 Cunningham Court. Someone broke into the RP's house, unknown if they're still there. Garage door is open. RP and juvenile daughter are locked in a bedroom.
So that's the first call that came in. I don't know if there was one 911 call, because we only hear the dispatch. We don't know who called. I don't know if it was multiple calls or if things just kind of changed during the same call. I'll let you know the timing that I found. It says results are pending from an autopsy that was performed yesterday, Tuesday. But
I bet you, I think the cause of death are 2 gunshots to the head. If I was to give my professional medical opinion today, that's what it would be. As a medical examiner myself,
Tip City Police Chief Greg Atkins said she was shot twice. Like we heard, the garage was open. Who opened the garage? Did someone somehow get their garage door up? You know, they have these things. There's some kind of thing people can use to open your garage door. I swear I heard mine go up one time. I was in the bathroom. I was taking a bath, and I swear I heard my garage door go up one time. It was weird. And then
yeah, you can. There's devices, I'm sure, that can spoof that signal and program all the various garage door signals, and it just hits every one until yours goes up. 911 call, been shot in the head twice. That's suspicious. So how could he know? Yes, those are usually very hard to see.
So
Supposedly,
he was looking. So then he like looked really closely. I mean, who would do?
Why would he be in the bedroom when the girls were at 2 o'clock in the morning? My
because
question.
He was scared. He was scared of the burglar.
Right.
So he's protecting his girls.
Wuss.
The only
later
only other way that he could say she was shot twice is if he reported that he heard 2 gunshots.
Yeah, that's true.
And assumed, but yeah, kind of probably sort of slipped up and.
He didn't even say heard gunshots. He just said she's been shot in the head twice.
Like this leather jacket I had disappeared, and I was like, so that's why I'm.
Mrs. MAB's black sweats just disappeared out of our house. Somebody stole them.
I have a favorite pair of black sweatpants that I wear all the time, and I went to leave this morning and get them out of my dresser, and they're gone. They're not in my dresser. That's too close. They're not in my laundry basket.
They're not?
We have a ghost in the house. We've said that before.
We do?
Yeah. My scissors went missing. I bought a brand new pair of scissors to keep in the bathroom. Gone. Never.
Ones that broke that I fixed.
What?
The ones in the bathroom that I fixed?
No, no, those were new ones because my pink pair disappeared.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
You have to look at we busted the tenants at our other place for breaking the lease. They have somebody staying with them. We haven't confronted them yet. We just told them we were going to come over there Sunday. And we're going to bust them. I'm going to say, why are you breaking the lease? You're only supposed to have 2 people here, not 3. And I can tell from my Ring camera that they've had that guy there for a month. So they're in trouble. They're going to owe MAB some money.
I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. So many people are commenting on who they think did it, and I'm not going to be making any thumbnails that say prime suspect. No matter what kind of source you think you have, I don't want to do that to anyone. A case can look so obvious, but then it can totally go left the next second. That's why I'm always just waiting. That's why I haven't really published much about the Nancy Guthrie case, because I know how things can change on a dime. So back to Ashley's case. Chief Atkins of Tip City PD, he's calling this case a complex case. He admitted we're not built as a homicide team. We are built as a public service team. So that's why we need extra manpower. So he's admitting, he sounds humble, he sounds great. He's admitting, look, Tip City isn't like Chicago. We don't have all these homicides and stuff. He didn't say that. That's what my interpretation is. So this Tip City PD has fewer than 25 full-time officers. They're serving this community of about 10,500 residents.
Wow. That's 25 per 10,000 people?
Also, the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, BCI, they responded in the early morning hours following the shooting. That's what Atkins said on Tuesday. I hope we get a presser today or something. Now, Atkins says we have also reached out to Miami County Sheriff's Office. Yes, I guess Tip City is in Miami County. That really confused me about Ohio when I first heard of like Miami of Ohio, this college. And I was like, wait, Miami? Are you talking about Florida? I had no idea that there was any Miami County in Ohio. So the Miami County Sheriff's Office and the Miami County Prosecutor's Office, the Dayton FBI office, they're all being reached out to. I know I put in a FOIA with Miami County Sheriff's Office and they came back telling me, oh, we don't have anything on record about that. And I was like, I thought you guys were assisting. But I know it takes time to get stuff in the system. They have more.
And plunders FOIA them before they even have any of the documents. She gets all the goods on everything.
Important things to do, even though if they provide us with things we can show you guys, you know, the husband's 911 call, if he's the one who made it, or, you know, different, whatever, body cam evidence, the public might be able to help figure out, oh, you know, I saw that strange person walking past my camera too, or something. Anyway, hopefully the public can be a resource to them. Investigators are working as swiftly as they can. They're trying to collect all the evidence. They said there have been a lot of tips coming in, video clips from neighbors, and Atkins is encouraging this. So what could it be? Because of course, all these comments and rumors are coming out saying, oh, you know, my grandmother or whomever lives over there, and she has like 20 cameras pointed all around the place, and they didn't catch a soul. So I get it. Sometimes my Ring cameras don't catch everything. You know, they're activated, they're motion.
Yeah, I've noticed that about my Ring cameras at the other at our other property.
It's so weird what's going on over there.
Yeah, like that white truck of the guy that's not supposed to be there, like disappears, and I never saw him drive out. And then I see him drive home, and then I see him disappear again, and then sometimes I see it drive out. But yeah, I changed the sensitivity of it. Maybe I'll catch more now, but it was crazy. Just charge them an extra $1,500 per person. They'll make them move real quick. That's what I did. But worked in my favor, and they paid. So I also have a rental property. Oh, you have a rental property? Yeah, we inherited Mrs. MAB's mother's house, which is like in a exclusive area that's on a river in Soquel, California. You know where Soquel is, Jay? And it's like one of the most coveted streets in Soquel because it's on Soquel Creek. And there's
it's in Santa Cruz. It's Santa Cruz, honey.
Soquel.
I know, but most people don't know Soquel, but almost everybody knows
Jay is from San Jose. Guilty of crime. She knows about Santa Cruz and Soquel. That's who I was talking to.
Okay. I'm going to get a couple more pieces of wood.
Watch your P's and Q's, woman.
You watch it.
You get more wood? Have the old lady put the wood on the fire. There's too many people that are cray-cray. Crazy ass people. Change your settings, Mab. Call Ring and they can walk you through it. No, I don't need. I'm tech savvy. I used to be an inventor. I invented DVR, for Christ's sake. I know what I'm doing. Mab's a tech genius. I changed the settings to a more, it's going to catch. What part of California? That's Central California, like Monterey, Santa Cruz. It's in between where we live. Is in between Santa Cruz and Monterey. It's right. If you were at the ocean, it would be Moss Landing, where the power plant is, where they had a big battery fire. That is straight to the south of us, a little ways to the south. But if you go straight out from here to the beach, it's Pajaro Dunes Beach. And then Sunset Beach is out there, and then you go north, then you get into, what do you call it? I forget what you call it. Santa Cruz, Rio Del Mar. Yeah, Rio Del Mar. So kind of central. If you're on 101, there's a gigantic red barn in between Salinas and Gilroy. That red barn is pretty close to our house. And these, the Berry place, is it? I can't remember the berries. My brain sometimes just can't think of. I can see the building. I just can't remember the name of it. It's
What, Driscoll's?
yeah, Driscoll. Driscoll's headquarters is just up the street here. Stevenson Ranch. I don't know Stevenson Ranch. Politics are atrocious. You're right. But we live in a county that's more of like a red county, San Benito.
Yeah.
All ranches and stuff like that. Cowboys.
The Garlic Festival shooting?
There's a Garlic Festival shooting? Never
I
heard
don't
of it.
know. I've been to the Del Mar racetracks. I used to live in San Diego, so I like San Diego. Yeah, California's ridiculous. It's expensive. Oh, but we pay for the weather.
I used to hang around SLO. What is SLO?
San Luis Obispo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Motion activated, but it's so strange. Some motions don't always activate them. Even if it's a person, it's so weird. Like, even if it's a person at my door. So we're kind of on a busy street here. That's probably why you can hear the traffic sometimes back there. Like one time in the middle of the night, it was like 3 a.m., whatever, this woman, she slid on the ice into some of our lights and everything out by the curb. So the police, they're knocking on her door in the middle of the night, like, hey, you guys, this woman accidentally, damaged some of your property. Do you want to file a report? My husband are like, oh no, it's fine, whatever. So I went to look back later, like the next day, to see, the accident and the officers coming to our door. None of that detected the motion. It was so strange. It only detected when the tow truck came and then kind of towed her car because she kind of got stuck on the rocks. So I'm saying all this to say we can't make assumptions. People are saying, in Ashley Flynn's case, some of the neighbors are saying, I've got cameras everywhere. It didn't pick up any person, coming in their home or whatever. We don't know. I hope someone.
I know. Nobody came in the home because it was him. That's why they charged him with murder.
Picked up evidence of what.
You can hear the fire, huh? I can hear the fire. We can hear the fire from your side.
Really?
Yeah, cracking.
Yep. It's cracking.
Cracking the cracking.
It's almost treat time.
Oh.
I'm getting bothered.
What happened? Chief Adkins says there may be that person out there that has enough that, that's what we needed to help us. Indeed. One person's camera might not have caught anything, but another person's camera could catch all the evidence they need. Maybe the license plate of someone or, driving around the cul-de-sac. It's pretty obvious if they had their headlights on, I would think. Or if someone came in from a different entrance. Why was the garage door open? There's so much. But their neighbors are calling the Flynn family wonderful. They're active neighbors. They've lived in the cul-de-sac, indeed, about 4 or 5 years. And again, Ashley coached the 7th grade girls volleyball team at Tippecanoe. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Tippecanoe, Indiana. We used to have a Tippecanoe place, and we used to go there, and they had this big-ass dam. They had this, and the dam was had like an inch of water going down it, and it would grow all this moss on it, and you could get on the top of that thing and slide down it, and it would, at the end, it would throw you into the river. It was awesome. We used to do it all the time. At Tippecanoe. I remember. I was like 13.
Tippecanoe Middle School. She worked as a substitute teacher for Tip City Schools, where she was also a former teacher. And she also served as a teacher for LifeWise Academy in Tip City. It's a nonprofit that provides Bible-based education to public school students away from campus during school hours.
We have a big ass fireplace that'll take like a 3.5 foot log.
Yeah, it's big.
So, and I built this huge grate out of solid steel, 1-inch square bars, because all the other grates I ever had, they just disintegrated after like a year. So I built my own and welded it together myself. Weighs like 8 pounds.
Massive and sturdy. It'll never fall apart.
Never fall apart.
We have Trustel Loreen. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name right, but
Trustel Loreen? Loren. Loren?
And welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Loreen or Loren? Pretty name.
Loren.
I'm currently being stared at.
By a dog or a cat?
By dog. By dog.
A dog always stares for treats.
Dirty dog.
And it talks about she was a busy woman here. Her and her husband Caleb, they were also former staff members of their church. They used to be, I guess, full-time staff maybe with this Christian Life Center in Butler Township. That's where Caleb Flynn worked in the music ministry. So they're not on staff there anymore. At least, they weren't, but they were still active members prior to her death. So Caleb, you can see his music attributions all over the place, and he even made it onto American Idol. So we'll see those photos. This was in 2013. He has this YouTube video he's talking about. In one interview, he's like, I love my wife more than anything. She's very, very pretty. I love her.
Yeah, very, very pretty. That's the part I caught on, and she did too. Look.
I think that's the interview where they're asking him about his wife. And I found that funny, the attributes. He's just like, she's very, very pretty. He was talking about his favorite American Idol contestant from years past, and it was Carrie Underwood was his favorite. And then he says about his wife, Ashley, well, if she dyed her hair blonde, she'd look just like Carrie Underwood.
See, those are the two things I picked up on too, Plunder. You got a good crime mind, little Plunder.
I thought it was kind of funny that he went immediately for the physical attributes, but,
Yep. Immediately to the physical attributes. Shauna! Can't chat, but want to pop in real quick and send anyone you up. That's cool, Shauna. Let you know I'm support even though I can't chat. It's fine.
Thank you. Thanks for popping in.
Just like hit the like button 100 times, coming in and out like 4 times. Going in and out like 1,000 times so I get 1,000 views. Everybody.
Anyway, the neighbors knew who the Flynns were, of course, especially, I'm sure, living in a cul-de-sac. People see them walking around with their daughters outside. The family has 2 golden doodles. That's another thing people are questioning. Where were these dogs when this alleged burglar came in? Where did...
Yeah, dogs should be barking and raising hell.
Golden doodles, though, I mean, they'll bark and then wag their tails.
How do you know?
Lick you to death because they're golden retrievers.
They still bark.
They bark, yeah.
Lucas goes nuts sometimes.
He's going nuts right now. I think I'm going to step away for 10 minutes and do treat time.
All right.
Did the person enter? How allegedly did this person get to Ashley? I mean, thankfully, they didn't harm anyone else, Caleb or the daughters, but it's just weird. Did the golden doodles not hear anything? Are they kind of quiet dogs? I'm trying to remember their temperament. They talk about having a volleyball net set up in the backyard, a basketball hoop along the driveway. They would be tossing the softball outside. Oh, this is cute too. It says at Christmas time, the Flynns made cookies. I did see this photo of Ashley with cookies. They would send the girls to deliver the cookies to their neighbors. It's so cute. I did see Facebook post of their address being one of the homes you go to if you want to, walk and see the Christmas lights. It's a tight-knit community. They've been having prayer vigils, and this GoFundMe is going up. I'll check.
GoFundMe? Who's making money now? Yeah. Until they're about 4 years old, they go nuts. They look cute and they're hypoallergenic, right? They don't like shed. I heard they don't shed. Is that right? They mixed lab with the doodles or something.
Check it at the
end. Poodles.
And people just want the case.
Oh, those are labradoodles. Golden retriever and a poodle is a golden doodle. But the labradoodles and the golden doodles get the doodles so they don't shed, is my understanding.
Solved because if you're in the groups or on Facebook.
I'm gonna start me a GoFundMe and all that.
Wherever, people are like, okay, can you give us more information, please? We know you guys have to do your investigation, but should we be worried about this burglar at large who's coming into people's homes in the middle of the night and the mom is getting shot dead in the head? So now WDTN reports the chief of police as saying it's a targeted incident at that residence only. There's no information available to us right now that is pointing us to believe that the public's in danger. I don't think it was just, a random act of violence that occurred there, he said. I don't know Ashley's location. Some people are claiming, now this part is conjecture and rumor, some people are claiming Caleb was sleeping on the couch because he wasn't feeling well. I have not confirmed that with police or anybody. I don't know, was Ashley in their bedroom? I'm not sure about that. I think some people are hearing this dispatch and they're getting a little confused.
Tip City Medic 31, Tip City Engine 32, Tip City Car 32, Medical, Priority 1, Trauma, 9, Cunningham Court, Cross Street of Manchester Drive, T34.
You know how initially, and we'll listen to all these three again so you can hear it. Initially, it said the reporting party and the juvenile daughter are locked in a bedroom. They ended up changing that.
Tip City Medic 31, Tip City Engine 32, Tip City Car 32, Medical, Priority 1, Trauma, 9, Cunningham Court, Cross Street of Manchester Drive, T34.
So that's what.
That's AI. Schnoodle, Schnauzer and Poodle. No shedding. Trostel. No shedding. I wish we didn't have a shedding dog because I could make a new dog out of the shit I swiffer up every week. I mean, it's a whole big mess, like this big around. You can just grab the dog and like a handful of hair comes out, especially in spring like it is now, right now.
One thing, we saw initially the first burglary reported was at 2:31, even though on Crime Radar, for some reason, it says 11:31. I was like, what? And I tried to go find it on other places. I couldn't find the dispatch anywhere else yet. So it must have come in 2:31 exactly. And then you hear that trauma incident 3 minutes later, 2:34 a.m., medical emergency, Cunningham Court. Medical priority 1. That's before they knew Ashley was gone. So could this have possibly happened? The husband, if it was him, call in at 2:31, there's a burglar in the house. I'm hiding with my daughter in the bedroom. That's going to change though. And then 3 minutes later, was he still on the phone with the dispatch, the operator at 2:34 a.m.? When they're putting out this trauma call, because that's when he found his wife 3 minutes later? And then we have almost an entire hour later, it's 3:27 a.m. It says medical priority 5 illness, and it's at the Cunningham Court.
Tip City Medic 31, Tip City Car 32, Medical Priority 5 illness, 9, Cunningham Court, Cross Street of Manchester Drive, 327.
Why does it say illness? Who was ill? Did someone realize Ashley was gone, and did it make a family member ill? From, how people can freak out. Of course, it's such a traumatic time. We'll go through that dispatch again. But before we do that, let's go back to their history. I found that they were married in 2010. So according to Miami County court records, Caleb Carl Flynn, he's going to turn 40 this year. But back then, he was only 24 years old when he married Ashley, August 6th, 2010. So I find that can be common. Some people get married pretty young. That means they would have celebrated 16 years of marriage this year. But Caleb, in May this year, he will turn 40. Now, back then, they're listing he had no previous marriages. They list his address where at the time, I guess he used to live in Troy, Ohio. They're listing his mom and dad. He was born apparently in Fridley, Minnesota. Fridley, I guess you pronounce it. And he was a music pastor. So he's always been, it sounds like, even at a young age, involved in music, involved in the Christian world as a pastor, worship leader, something he's getting a lot of praise. Some people, of course, on comments online are pointing fingers.
I have a bunch of dogs and cats buried out back. I'm afraid to try to bury another one because I might bust into the other one's graves, right? I buried one dog right next to the other dog, and I think I might have accidentally like barely touched the grave of the other dog because their smell came out of the other hole. And I have a 2-foot auger on my tractor, so I can dig like a 8-foot hole and put them at the bottom and bury it. So it's really deep. It's like there's no, I can put pipes on top of it. I can go 4 feet down. They're still 4 feet past that. So they're deep. I bury them deep in the ground. Just like I would if like I tried to kill somebody, I'd bury them really deep and then put concrete on top.
And I know things can look wonky, and I know I've seen, like this is why I don't like a lot of merch, let me tell you. But I've seen all this merch that people think is cute that they sell that says the husband did it. And I get it. There are statistics out there where it oftentimes says the husband did it. But first of all, I don't think it's appropriate for merch. I don't like a lot of merch anyway in our industry. Rabbit trail. That's why I don't have any. But I don't like that either,
Planet ain't got no merch.
So once people started getting smart and watching Dateline in 2020, and we were like, whoa, in that particular case, for example, Chris Watts, the husband did do it. But I learned my lesson again. I always tell you guys with Shane Carey, engaged to Heidi Broussard. So many people, we were all looking at him like the next Chris Watts because he gave a really weird interview and everything. And I learned he was not the guilty party. So that's why I don't like jumping to conclusions, pointing my finger, ruining someone's life, until we know actually what happened. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get on here. And even though a lot of people will be like, yeah, and, try and get 2 million views by prime suspect, I'm not going to do that to
2 million views? I'd be lucky if I get 200 views.
Someone, because we have to put ourselves in their shoes. And even though a lot of times certain cases turn out a certain way, there are times when stuff can go off the rails and it can be who you never expected.
There are 2 videos in the last couple weeks where me and Mrs. MAB did it, and it was almost 6,000 views. And I usually get like 600, like 10 times more. I don't know why. Just some hit and some don't. Yeah, JLR has 40,000 people watching Nancy's grass grow. There she is. She's back. We'll add her back here. You're back.
Treat time is over.
All right. Did I get a treat? Where's my treat?
You had your treat.
Did I get my treat later?
Yeah.
And then it helps to at least say you're sorry. Like, I feel really bad for ever comparing Shane Carey to Chris Watts. I said that was my turning point. I will never do that again. Heaven forbid. Now everyone pointing fingers at a certain guy out there in Arizona, we don't know.
It's not Tommaso and it's not Annie. I've ruled out Tommaso and Annie a long time ago. I think I know who the perps are in that case. And I have a picture of them all in one picture. Maybe I'll show you that.
And what if some nut job is like, I'm going to avenge Nancy Guthrie because I believe you did it because a person has a source. Anyway, you guys see what I'm saying. That's why I toe the line.
Actually, Banfield's the one that started that shit.
And let's just try and see where the facts take us, and let's wait.
I have an impeccable source that says that Tommaso is the prime suspect.
I would be pissed. I would sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's slander or libel or whatever, but that just majorly messed up their lives forever.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean,
totally.
Now, back then, Ashley Elizabeth Smith, which was her name, she was younger. She was only 22 when she married Caleb. She would have turned 38 years old just next week. She would have turned 38 years old just next week. Yeah, she would have just turned 38 years old on Tuesday had she lived. Oh my goodness, you know, February 24th is her birthday. She wasn't married before. She was only 22 when she married Caleb at that point. And it's so odd the way it says back then with Caleb. Was he widowed? No, this was on their marriage license. I'll put the PDF below. And they show Ashley's parents' names. They show an address where she lived in Tip City and he lived in a different address. Ashley was born in Dayton, Ohio. I know she went to college off in Indiana. She's been different places. And she, back then, was a third grade teacher. So I'm looking through the court system. After that, all I see were a couple of traffic infractions for Caleb. 2011, there was some speed limits or assured clear distance or whatever. Sounds really, you know, like a nothing burger. Then 2012, I found this was weird for Caleb. He was driving upon a closed highway. I was like, how do you do that? That was weird.
Driving upon a closed highway. Well, the highway was closed and he was driving on it. That's illegal.
Oh, but it did give me his height back then, 6 feet tall, eyes blue. It said hair bald. I was like, did he shave his head back then? Because he's not bald, not that I saw. And his weight was 175. So that's what it was back then.
That's me, bald, 175. Oh, wait, 208. I'm shooting for 175. I'm 208 right now. I was 241 before the surgery, so I'm in between where I want to be.
They got married 2010, you know, 16 years ago, almost 16 years, you know, come August. So then in the throes of her newlywed status in 2012, it's February 12th, 2012, Ashley takes to Twitter. She's holding someone's baby. She obviously has baby fever. She's writing, having the urge, but hashtag dangerous, considering we have 3.5 more years on the plan. So they had it planned out, I guess, you know. Get married in 2010, maybe have a baby by 2015 or whatever, you know, they planned. And they kind of almost, I think, stuck to their plan. She just is effusive praise towards her husband. Valentine's Day 2012. She's like, I have the most incredible husband. Blessed is an understatement, head over heels. February 24th, her birthday. What an amazing birthday. My husband sure is good to me. Now, look forward to a night out with her girls. In 2012, it's all these posts about I love being married, I love date nights, and I love that God picked out a partner for me that makes life twice as fun than it was by myself. I thought that was sweet. And in between, it's like her scripture posting almost makes me want to cry. She talked about in 2012 how Caleb wanted her to train with him for a half marathon. And she's like, wishful thinking, I died after 3 miles at the gym today. I was like, oh yeah, 3 miles. That's kind of like my limit.
Mad can run 3 miles, man. Come on.
Shit, that used to be my warm-up was 3 miles.
I know. I can do 3 miles right now.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
No, we could walk 3 miles.
To the end of the thing and back's 3 miles, right?
Right, that's walking, but not running.
Jogging.
Still, it's a lot harder than walking.
Well, I'm going to start walking. And then I'll start running. And then I'll start marathoning.
There you go, honey. Yes.
And you'll be riding a bicycle trying to keep up with me.
These days almost at the gym. And then 2013 came along. She's posting an Instagram photo. This is how I was able to capture these. On a date with this good-looking man. But now it's all private with a different profile photo. She posted about date night and I have the greatest husband in the world. She posted scripture. Oh, that's the one that really made me want to cry. Just seeing a woman who has a heart for God. I don't know, seeing so many people say so many good things about her, the way she led her life. So she's posting, I wonder what book this is.
There's Wrangler.
Aw, doggo.
Daley and PJ got a dog like that. It snores.
Yeah, I bet.
Wrangler.
I didn't look it up, but it's saying, if you look for it as silver and search for it as hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom, and from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He holds victory in store for the upright. He is a shield, she underlined, to those whose walk is blameless. For he guards.
Right. He guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones, just like MAB and Mrs MAB.
The course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. I tell you what, a woman with the Lord on her side is powerful. And I said a prayer for Ashley to get her justice, just like, Suzanne Morphew, almost like speaking from the grave. These believing women, it doesn't mean anyone's a perfect woman, but what I'm saying is just believing in God and knowing he will bring the truth out, whatever it is, he'll catch this culprit. So then 2013, something amazing happens. Ashley is celebrating Caleb getting this coveted golden ticket to go on American Idol. She posted just a smile in the photo, and I don't really know what happened, how far he made it. I mean, maybe I saw the interview video, maybe I can go find some old footage of him on American Idol, but I'm assuming he made it to a certain point, but didn't win, because I think we would know if he were the winner that year. Again, in January 2013, she's posting photos with her husband. She's like, feeling rich today, just maybe in a different way. So that was on Instagram. But by 2014, it's baby time. So they've been married like 4 years now. And then on March 4th, 2014, she's tweeting, my overwhelming craving for sweets is absolutely ridiculous. I need to have this baby ASAP. So somewhere in there, 2014, she has her baby. Social media kind of goes quiet.
So that's 12 years old.
Which I understand. When you have a child, a baby, it takes over a lot. You're not necessarily, taking pictures and posting and doing.
I didn't have a damn bit of social media when our kid was little. I don't have a damn bit of social media now.
Except this.
Yeah, except this.
You're getting there, though. Don't you have an Instagram now?
I have Instagram, I have X, and I have a new Facebook account named MAB Investigates. First name MAB, last name Investigates.
Do you ever
Doing all the
check
things
them?
Huh?
Do you ever check them?
I just made it like a few days ago. Okay. You gonna friend me?
Of course.
Okay.
You did
I'll be your first friend.
Okay.
And somewhere in there, I guess they had another daughter as well. So by
Depart from me, for I never knew you. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to hear that one day at the judgment, at the church, all the time. That's right. I never knew you, and you never knew me. You just acted like you knew me. But you never spoke to me. You never got to know me. You didn't speak to me like a friend. That's what I'm talking about.
2021, after all 7 years elapse, they move into this house on the cul-de-sac where this tragedy unfolded on Cunningham Court in Tip City, Ohio. So it says they've owned it for about 4 years and 11 months. It's just sad. And then after that, Ashley finally joins Facebook. I don't know if she's joined it, maybe she had it before under a different name, who knows? But it says Ashley joined Facebook on September 13th, 2023. I don't know if she just waited, if she preferred Twitter and Instagram, like, younger people did at that time. And then it's like, maybe I'll get back on Facebook or whatever if she was on there. And then it sounds like they were just settling into their wonderful lives from what we can see. In Tip City, there's this Facebook group, December 19th, 2024. Their house made the list of these, is it Huber Heights, I guess it is, holidays and traditions, family fun. It's this Miami County Christmas lights driving tour through Christmas, 6 to 9 p.m. nightly. So their house was on that list. They must have just, done up their house. You know how those people, they do great jobs with the Christmas lights. You just want to drive over there and
it ain't MAB. We do have those. Where did we go? Scotts Valley? We used to do that.
Probably Aptos, like Rio Del Mar has a neighborhood that's known for their lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our house ain't known for its lights.
What?
I think I still got Christmas lights up, don't I?
No.
Got a
Oh,
little.
well, we have like one string of lights up by the front, but
Yeah.
And view it. And so that was 2024. And so the last thing we hear, I don't know what was happening in 2025. I don't know anything. The police aren't giving us much. I'll still check, see what we can find. But there's that Valentine's Day profile updated on Saturday night, changing it from a photo of the girls to the wife and the husband. Who knows? Was that a sign? Was that a signal? Was their marriage absolutely great? I mean, I did view it as, when I looked at her tweets from being a newlywed, from being married for a couple of years, I did view it as like the viewpoint of a newlywed. You know, like, of course, thank God she had the Lord in his right position, but she also seemed to have like her husband, like, oh, he's amazing and I love being with him and everything. And I think that's cute. And maybe it truly was genuine. And maybe, of course, their marriage remained wonderful the whole time. I always have to leave room out there to say, who knows who came into that home? But we're going to listen to this audio.
Who knows who came into that home? I think we know who was already in that home, but we don't know. It's allegedly.
Thank God Law and Crime Network was able to get even more, you know, so I'll play that as well.
Listen, it's called Connect Team, and it's
did
insane.
we
I know
hear
you schedule.
that already? Mab.
What?
Cunningham Court.
I think we heard this already.
Someone broke into the RP's house, unknown if they're still there.
Just
Garage door is open. RP and juvenile daughter are locked in a bedroom. Just
Our street is so dark. I have called 911, opened our garage door and flipped on the light. I've done that for emergency personnel to say, you'll be able to tell based making any assumptions. 2:31 a.m. It's like, oh, there's a burglar in the house. Oh no. You know, is he looking one way and like, okay, my wife and kids are safe in their rooms. I'm out here on the couch. Where'd that guy go? But then I'm sure it happens. So that's the crime radar dispatch audio I found, combined with what Law and Crime Network was able to find. 2:31 a.m., the call about the burglary, weird. 3 minutes later, there's that medical emergency trauma incident. And then this is what I find weird. 3:37 a.m., a person ill. It happens. Let's listen to this one. Person ill near Cunningham Court in Tip City.
Tip City Medic 31. Tip City Car 32. Medical Priority 5. Illness. 9. Cunningham Court. Cross Street is Manchester Drive. 327.
So it's saying a medical priority. It's an illness. You know, it can't. Whatever, just so distraught at finding her or realizing that she was gone, because it does say in here, you know, in one of these, she couldn't even make it to the hospital. They didn't transport her alive. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Talks about 2 gunshots. I'm assuming both gunshot wounds were to the head. I did find her Bachelor of Science degree, apparently. I believe this is the same Ashley Elizabeth Flynn from December 13th, 2014, University of Southern Indiana, Evansville, Indiana, even though she has a different school.
My mom used to live in Evansville, Indiana, and I've been there. Right across the Kentucky. Right across the border from Kentucky, and I think there's a river there that divides them. I forget which river it is.
On her Facebook page. It's Lee University. I don't know if that's where she received her master's or what. I don't know. I hope they're able to solve this with so many people weighing in. I'll take a look at her GoFundMe. It is up to $93,408 out of $50,000. I hope
93
Isn't Northwestern in Evanston?
Evansville.
Oh, okay.
Hope that money is able to go towards, you know, the girls, and it's just so horrible. I can't even imagine thinking about. I feel like I might have seen one of her daughter's Instagram pages, but
maybe they were. Tater Bud. Mountain Dog Mama, the wife, pregnant? I heard the girlfriend, mistress was pregnant.
Right. That's what we heard too, that it was the girlfriend or mistress that was pregnant. Dang.
Yeah, plunder. I mean, they just charged him for murder. And we just saw the judge.
And he was crying, and it looked like half his head was shaved, or he had some kind of weird haircut.
Yeah. I closed all those tabs, so I can't go back.
Okay.
Of course, I won't publish anything about that, but it just made me feel like, oh no, her poor daughters. I think a lot of people are just confused about, how this happened, what happened, and just because we're confused, again, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. We just don't know.
People struggle to understand who would want to murder a mother. I'm James Brown.
And I'm Gabrielle Enright. Police called this a home invasion and said the killer shot Ashley Flynn. Her husband and 2 children were also in the house on Cunningham Court early yesterday morning. The killer did not hurt them.
And News Center 7's Taylor Robertson was at tonight's City Commission meeting. Leaders talked about her impact on their community.
James Councilmember Phil Cox said in bigger towns and communities, this situation may just be a statistic. But here in Tip City, this shocked so many people.
Thank you.
After the moment of silence, a pastor prayed for Ashley and the community that loved her.
Lord, as this city just aches and mourns, we just acknowledge that we need you more than ever.
Ashley and her family are well known in Tip. Council President Ryan Liddy said Ashley was his daughter's volleyball coach. He described her as caring, compassionate, and supportive.
She exemplified those characteristics. She was the type that had the spirit to make Tip City a vibrant community and a community that all of us enjoy living in. She reflected the kindness of the community I like to see. Our thoughts are with Ashley's family and friends and students, and also with our law enforcement as they move forward with this investigation.
Tip City Police Chief Greg Adkins was at the meeting but did not speak. Earlier Tuesday, News Center 7 talked with him about the investigation. Chief Adkins said it was not clear why someone broke in and shot Ashley. He said he asked for the FBI's help. Chief Adkins said he wanted Tip residents to know they are safe.
I would just like to say
they're safe.
That the events that occurred Monday morning remind us that Tip City is not immune from tragedy. But I will say that we are uniquely positioned to support those who are affected by the tragedy. I wish her Godspeed to heaven.
I can't hear anything.
Amen.
It's just echoey. I got 11 members on Facebook out here. I just heard. She's the 11th member now on Facebook group. Oh, I have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. Facebook group is MAB Investigates, and MAB Investigates Facebook page. So I got to figure all that shit out.
Investigators are still looking through the video evidence they have, and they want anyone with information or video that they think could help investigators to reach out to them. We're live in Tip City. Taylor Robertson, News Center 7.
It's nice that Tip City leaders gave a moment of silence and prayer and wished Ashley Godspeed. They showed little clips there of the house. At least you got to see the front door. We can get to see more of the layout. I'm glad they have video footage, evidence they're looking through. However, they did say Chief Adkins wouldn't speak. Okay, residents have nothing to worry about. So when they start talking like that, I'm not sure if that's attributable to Atkins, though. They start speaking like residents have nothing to worry about. It makes you wonder. Of course, it makes minds start leaning towards this was an inside job. So I don't know. Everybody.
The cameras didn't get anything? Did your cameras get anything? No, and neither did any of the neighbors. So very strange. I listened to the call. He called in as a burglary, and minutes later he said she was shot in the head. Twice. Wouldn't you call that shooting?
Everybody's like, okay, look at all the people she knew. And there's a lot of comments going around the place. Neighbors, everyone. Everyone is just wondering who did this? Who did this? So
all right, Mo.
I think that's it. I want to.
Thanks, Mo. Thanks for coming by. MAB Investigates did not come up on Facebook. Should. Should.
Just check for any.
Separate the MAB and the Investigates and see if it comes up.
Any more responses to my public records requests? I don't know. This is a weird one. Again, there are rumors about who they're holding for 48 hours or, what cameras didn't catch anyone and what's going on here. Is someone being detained? We don't know any of that stuff. And I did see that this couple, Caleb and Ashley, at one point, they did live in South Carolina. At first, I thought I had the wrong couple, but then I saw on Caleb's Twitter page where there's this, he's like, I miss South Carolina. And there's this video, he's coming to Ohio in April. I think it's April 2012 or something like that. And he's like, oh, I had to put on, scrape the frost off the windshield or something. So I was like, that really was them in South Carolina as well.
April 21st here in Ohio, and I had to use my ice scraper. Sweet.
So we can just read Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. So I really pray that for all of Ashley's family, her loved ones. She had these beautiful photos of her mom. I just can't imagine her friends, some people are inconsolable. You don't expect any of this to happen. It gives me chills. It's very sad. That's all I can say. I just want them to catch who did this, and I want to check. Let's just see if I have any other updates. Piqua Police Department, they closed my public records request, so maybe they have nothing on him. I was just FOIAing them because that's where Caleb got one of his speeding tickets or something. They're saying the record you asked for does not exist and contact this number. We can help.
You're FOIAing way too soon, Plunder. You got to wait until this thing goes through the process so that you can get the FOIA. You're too greedy. You got to slow down a little bit.
Help you making a focused and effective request that reasonably describes an identifiable record. Ooh, shots fired, okay? Technically, I gave them the case number, the case name. I gave them the filing date. I gave them the name of the person, the defendant, and I gave them his address and phone number. I would say that's pretty focused. Anyway, sometimes I feel like it's like media against the cops. We play this game of, okay, guys, give me all the valid information so we could pass it on to viewers. Tell them the correct information. They won't jump to conclusions, point fingers at the wrong person. Give us any information that won't hinder your case. And sometimes I feel like the police departments are playing this game of how do we keep that stupid media out from destroying our case? Like, I get it. I get you don't want to give us too much information. Of course, they don't want to tell us certain things that only the killer would know. I understand that. But we do want facts. We want to be able to pass on verifiable facts. So let's hope we get some of those. Let's hope we get.
We know he was arrested. We know he was charged. And he's going to be in jail till the trial because it's $2 million bail, bond.
Well, honey, she may have made this video before that happened.
She just made this like one day ago. It's a brand new case.
Get autopsy results and, cause and manner of death and the exact times and the 911 call and just more information that helps us pass it along to you as viewers so we get the correct information to pass on. Anyway, let's hope they find whoever did this and Ashley gets her justice. I think that's everything I wanted to cover for now. I'll probably keep on this case and, of course, many others. I'm really covering a lot of cases. I'm looking at the Nancy Guthrie case so much, but I'm really, really holding my tongue. I thank God for some videos I didn't make because, some people can be liable for the things they say, especially YouTube thumbnails that.
Son-in-law prime suspect. Not my thumbnail. Not my thumbnail.
So, Taterbug said, someone in chat earlier said he's already been bonded out by his parents.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, guess he's a free man until he goes to trial.
Declare a certain thing.
Bracelet.
Huh? Yeah, he's going to have to be.
He's on house arrest.
House arrest. Can't pay his mortgage or anything like that or go to work or anything. Maybe he can.
I wonder about his kids.
Yeah, we'll find out. Mab's on the case. You know what happens when that happens.
Without a question mark, and beyond that, what's legally right, I think of what's morally right. I don't want to point fingers at a person just because other cases may have gone a certain way. That doesn't mean this case is going to go that way. We'll have to wait for more information, but I want Ashley to get her justice. God help her children and everyone who loves her and is missing her right now. At least she knew the Lord, she loved the Lord, and she's with the Lord now. God help her whole family. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for this and many others. Again, you can find me on Facebook publishing a lot more quick little pieces because it's just unfortunately so many cases to cover. I'm just not the kind who just jumps on here every day and, I don't want to just say whatever. I want to try and get some valid facts. Okay, thank you so much for watching and take care.
What's that little
Alrighty, we've got a lot of weird
Illuminati sign she gives at the end? You see that?
That's not the Illuminati sign, I don't think.
What is that?
I don't know, but I
So much
thought
for what?
this was the Illuminati.
That looks like some evil shit right there, Plum. That looks like some gang slang. That's what I'm talking about, this shit
I think
here.
this is Illuminati.
That's what she's
Not
doing.
this. No, she's got her index finger up.
Oh.
I think it's just thumb and pinky.
Plunder's got her own gang.
I don't know.
Watching.
Plunder's got her own gang. Get low. Carmela Green. Can we find these guys on X?
Oh, Taterbug, it says it's I love you.
Oh.
So she must know somebody.
Maybe that. Oh, okay. Oh.
So Taterbug knows stuff. Taterbug, you have all
Taterbug knows everything.
She has all the tea.
We don't like Representative Alma Hernandez.
We what?
She's a bonehead.
Oh. Huh.
This lady is just nuts. She hates YouTubers.
We don't know who you're talking about, Mab.
Alma Hernandez. She's out there in Arizona, in Tucson, Arizona. She's a state representative, and she's getting all on the YouTubers, cutting down the YouTubers out there in Tucson, saying they're like spreading misinformation and all this crap. Campaigning against YouTubers, yeah. She's just jealous because she ain't got no damn she ain't got no damn followers.
She needs deportation. Oh. Hey.
What?
We can't see what you're seeing.
Oh. I did that. This is the first time I've done that tonight.
Done what?
That.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Well, you have to click like 100 buttons to get to the damn thing.
People speculating.
Yeah, so first, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. It's really frustrating. I believe that as elected officials, it's our duty to speak out when we see these type of issues in our community, when we see people taking advantage and using such a vulnerable situation for this family to then turn around and monetize off of it is extreme.
That's what every media does. That's what media does. It monetizes news. Media.
Extremely outrageous. I mean, the sheriff clearly put out a statement calling on the media, but I believe
media. YouTubers, media, anybody's media, everybody's media. I'm a citizen journalist. MAB Media Corporation.
I believe what he really meant was those individuals who are
No, what he really meant was everybody, not just freaking talking heads that don't know shit.
not the professionals that are
Not the professionals. Oh.
actually out there trying to report the facts that are coming out as we hear them. These are individuals who are truly just out there to create havoc and who are
We're out there to create havoc.
for spreading misinformation in our community.
So you're glad the sheriff went out and did this with such a declarative statement?
I am, but I would also like to see other elected officials. I'm the only one that has told people to stop doing what they're doing. I've heard from many who keep telling me behind the scenes, I agree with you. Thank you for speaking up. I'm hearing from many people in the community who are saying, you're saying what a lot of people aren't willing to say out loud. And at the end of the day, that's what we have to do.
CNN's Lee Waldman, a reporter who's been on the ground there, actually spoke to a streamer over the weekend who went from Tucson to Florida.
That was Andy Signor, and he wasn't even there. He went there to see his family.
And this is how he defended what the so-called online detectives are doing. Watch.
We want transparency. You want to make sure no stone's been left unturned. You want to make sure you find the right streamer, but there's a lot of really good people, and I think the audience can figure that out. And yeah, they're out there doing a lot of work. They're invested in it fully because they want justice.
What do you think of that defense, that these are people just trying to help, they want justice?
I mean, just look at what we saw the other day. We had
Shut up.
one of these streamers ask one of their followers to send them pizza.
No, they didn't. That's a liar. She's spreading misinformation right now. That didn't happen.
Who does that?
And she's not answering the question.
Huh?
And she's not answering the question, which
No,
is so typical. So typical.
Their job, who is actually a reporter or working for someone, and who does that? A person who is serious about their job, who is actually a reporter or working for someone, and
A reporter or working for someone. I work for myself, and I'm a reporter. I report to my subscribers.
checks their facts, goes and makes.
All right, Laura. Peace. Take care.
Good night, Laura. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for coming by.
Sure that they're, giving us accurate information, is not going to go and sit on a lawn chair, posted in front of the home for.
There are a bunch of people out there on lawn chairs, and all the media are on chairs. They're all watching the freaking house and watching the grass grow.
For days without moving to try to get any story that they can, right? So I at the end of the day, people are allowed to do what they want,
Good, that's right. Shut up.
they wish. However, I find it extremely unhelpful. I don't believe that a YouTuber and a streamer following the SWAT team to go and serve a warrant in another.
Brian Enton was the only one with the SWAT team, and he is a mainstream media.
They're part of a city and a different town is important or helpful in any way. No one is asking these individuals to come in and do that. At the end of the day, the sheriff has been very clear. He's asking for people to share tips. We're not asking people to send random videos and pictures of just anyone in our community and blaming them for what's going on. It's they're going to do what they're going to do, but at the end of the day, I find it wrong and just irresponsible. A lot of them, I don't know if folks have seen, but some of them are even accepting donations for
Really?
coffee. You can send them coffee.
You can send them super chats. You can send them coffee. You can do this.
Donations. Again,
You're just jealous because you're not getting any.
Good night, Tater Bug.
someone who's
Thanks for
serious
being here.
All right, you
doing this
guys.
job because that they
We're about to wrap too. It's been 2 hours and 22 minutes. A window at the University building was cracked early Saturday morning by an object, leaving Jewish students community on high alert. She's like a Jewish cheerleader, is what she is. She's
What are
got
you
like
talking about?
Jewish. This Representative Hernandez. See her?
Oh.
Yeah, she's a Jew, apparently. That's fine. Jewish people We're fine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. They just hung Jesus. It's not bad.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, thanks you guys for being here. We're going to be taking off. It's getting 8 o'clock. It's only 8 o'clock.
I know. My eyes feel like sandpaper again. Damn.
I'm going to start working on my next live already tonight. I got to research a lot just to do one stream, right?
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's definitely takes a lot of time. But I really appreciate all you guys showing up and being so engaged in chat. And I love reading your comments and getting information from you guys. So thank you really from the bottom of my heart for coming out and hanging out with us tonight.
All right, Fuzzy Bedhead. Thanks, guys.
Fuzzy Bedhead. I haven't seen you in a long time.
We will see you later.
Alligators.
Peace out.
Peace out.